we've got a kid named Cal Elvers and another kid named Grant Hartwig, who are both good behind the plate. Cal, we're going to lean on a little bit more, I think, than Grant probably behind the plate this year, because Grant's a two-way guy, pitches for us, and I think he's gonna carve himself out a pretty good role on the pitching side of things. So we need to make sure we're taking it easy on him, throws-wise and all that. Obviously, catching, it's a position where you make as many throws as the pitcher, not at the same intensity, but not a good position to play for a two-way guy. So Grant, we're going to take it a little easy on behind the plate, although we are happy with what we've been able to see from him back there. He's a good player. And Cal Elvers is good. He's a very good defensive guy, working through a couple arm issues right now that we hope we can get cleaned up. But he's got as strong as arm as any catcher out there, and that's a lot to say when you've got Hayden Singer on the same team. Hayden Singer obviously throws the ball really well as well. But Cal's a good player, and we're going to lean on him this year too. We're going to let him kind of tell us how much he needs to be on the field. And his bat's going to do a lot of that too. He's a very good offensive player. See how quick he can get ready to be a college hitter, and I think that'll kind of dictate how much he's able to get out there early this year. Spencer's been great, man. He's we joke with Spencer a lot because he gets out here for his first at bat of the year, and the first pitch hits him in the elbow, and he's out for a week. So it's just Spencer's luck, man. I feel like a lot of guys that get injured a lot, it's because they're not very tough. That's definitely not the case with Spencer. Spencer's as tough a guy as we got on our team. I would take him on a tough guy scale over just about anybody. But he's had some tough luck staying healthy. But we've got him to a point right now where I think he feels good. Trainers feel good. We feel good with him. His arm's coming back. It's getting stronger every day. The pain's out of there, which is, I think, the most important thing for him. He's not hanging every time he throws a baseball. So we feel as good as we felt with Spencer in a long time from a health standpoint. And then you're starting to see some of his confidence come back at the plate too, where he had a really good last couple of days out there against live pitching, hitting the ball hard, squaring it up. And I think as he gets healthier, his confidence will continue to get back, and we'll get to see a little bit more of that hitter we saw 2 years ago, where he hit 286 and had a really good kind of breakout year for him. I think we're going to start seeing that guy a little bit more often. I think it's continuing to grow up working with our pitching staff. Hayden Singer did an awesome job last year, and he absolutely earned the starting role, but he also was kind of forced into it because of some injuries we had behind the plate. Now, I think Hayden Singer is one of the best catchers in the country. I think he's very, very talented back there, and I think what you're going to get to see him this year a little bit more, and all of our catchers, is try to take a little bit more of a leader role on the team. You got to be loud back there. You got to be the boss back there. And I think that's something that we're going to look at Hayden a little bit more, and Spencer and Cal and Grant too, to look at those guys that they're the leader of the ship back there, and they're getting out good calls, and they're kind of the backbone of what we're doing. We've got some really good pitchers on our team, and I think the more confidence our pitchers can have with the really good catchers they're going to get to throw to this year, the better off we'll be. I really think it can be a strength of our team. I think the biggest thing we talk about it's fundamental, but we got to catch every baseball. That's a big part for me. You can't be good at that position if balls are coming back to the backstop. I don't care how good we are at all the other stuff. We throw the heck out of the ball. We got a really good offensive player back there. All the other stuff, we got to catch every ball, and that's the easy fundamental that we'll probably nitpick this year a lot. But I expect a lot out of that position, and a lot of it is definitely the leadership side of things, but a lot of it is it's an offensive position for us right now. We've got really talented players back there, and it'll be interesting to see how that competition goes. That's one of the more interesting competitions on the team, where I'd say right now, looking at it with what Hayden Singer did last year, he's our starting catcher, but you and I both know we're not going to throw the same guy back there 56 games, and there's some innings to go around for other guys, and to see kind of who's able to take the backup spot, or who's able to take those other games. I don't even want to call it a backup spot, because you really need two catchers to get through a season. And then we might DH our catcher quite a bit with how offensive some of these guys are. So I have high expectations for that group. I think it's going to be a great competition, which is what you want at every position, and we're able to do that behind the plate.
So my struggles on getting back from being hurt to getting healthy. I've had two surgeries in the past 2 years, a lot of different problems, but finally found the problem, got it fixed, and it's good to be back, because when you're playing hurt, it's just not the same. You don't have the same kind of confidence level. So now that I'm healthy, I feel really good going into this year. Yeah, so we got 3 catchers, Cal, me, and Hayden. We've all come a long way. I think we all have the tools to be back there. We're all good defensively. We all can hit a little bit. So it's going to be a battle to see who's going to get playing time back there. But I think the coaches and the team will be confident with whoever is back there this year. So a lot of depth, which is what we haven't had in the past couple years. Yeah, so one impression I want to leave on them is I lead by example a lot. So I want to show them hard work. And the big thing that we've had problem in the past is not being a team cohesively. So I think that's just something we worked on this year, getting the whole team involved. We're all good boys right now, and we love each other, have a great team chemistry. So that's just one big thing that we really focused on this year going into the season. It's going pretty well. Working with the shoulder, and I got hit in the elbow earlier, so I've been out here and there. But I'm starting to see the ball a lot better. I'm seeing a lot of live pitching. So coming into the season, where the last couple years I haven't had all the time to get ready, I feel a lot better. I feel like I'm seeing the ball and excited to get out there.
Probably something that I took from last year was, like, it was a decent year, but I probably have a lot to improve on. Like, early in the year I kind of struggled with command, and my velocity didn't come along till later in the year, and I think this year will be a good time to kind of have that the whole season now that I'm kind of there and I kind of know my role from the get-go. So yeah, probably just command and velocity, I guess, and working on a third pitch. Me and Coach Davis been working on adding a changeup to my repertoire and throwing that for a strike. So if I add that, I think we'll be good to go for the season. Yeah, we really didn't lose anyone last year. We lost maybe 10 innings of pitching from last year and returned everybody else. And got a couple new guys coming in, Spencer and Grant. I think they'll contribute out of the pen, especially both with their size and velocity and kind of stuff. If they come out to play and kind of show good command and throw strikes in big situations, I think they'll definitely contribute a lot this year. I think early last year we really struggled throwing strikes. That was a big problem for us, and it started to get together kind of later in the season. But I think what we've shown early in the spring is that ability to throw strikes early on, and I think if we can do that, strikes lead to outs, and get outs, you get wins. The offense shows up, so that's all you can ask for, really. Definitely some statistical goals, I guess. I probably want to have a better year in every category than I did last year, and I think this year, obviously, as a team, we're looking for that MAC championship. We want to get a ring. We want to go to a regional and go from there. And I think if all our pitching can show up, all our bats show up throughout the year, I think we'll have a really good shot at that. Yeah, I think the locker room, there's just a mindset where, like, this could be our year. That, like, we have a good team, good group of guys, and I think that a lot of guys have that mindset that a MAC championship is very attainable for us. Hayden's awesome. I mean, he calls a great game. I rarely shake him off, if ever, and I always have full trust in him when he's catching me, and same with the other two guys. Spencer and Cal call great games as well, so I have a lot of trust in my catchers, and I think if I do my job, they'll do their job, and that's all we need.
I think I did okay last year. There's definitely a lot of things I could improve on. I mean, coming in as a freshman and being able to play as many games as I did was really, like, something not many people get to experience, and I'm glad I got to, and it really helped me out, especially, like, going into this summer. My framing, I think, behind the plate, I thought I was always a decent guy behind the plate framing, but I think summer really helped me this year, and I think I've gotten a lot better at that. And also, I like to get to know my pitchers a lot more, and being a freshman last year and this summer, I really got to learn what my pitchers enjoy to do, and I'm looking forward to helping them out with that, helping improve their ERAs. Well, team-wise, we're looking to win the MAC. We drew out, like, 3 main goals, and the 2 main ones we want to focus on are winning the MAC and having a 40-plus win season. Well, we're a lot better this year. I know a lot of the pitchers are more comfortable, and I'm more comfortable as they get more comfortable. And I think I have a big role in how the pitchers feel on the mound. I think if they can have confidence in me, then we're going to be pretty good.
Well, there were some peaks and valleys last year, definitely, and at one time we had 3 freshmen on the mound on the weekend, and starting off the season at some of those OVC ballparks with 3 freshmen, we had some learning curves, but it was good to get those guys out there, and then we made our run at the end of the season, got some experience underneath our belt. Guys learned how to pitch instead of just throw, and we had a nice run there at the end. We started off the fall with those guys, had a little momentum, but we're trying to avoid those sophomore slumps. It's a different year every year, and I try to instill in these guys that we approach it that way, working hard and knowing that every season is different. It's not going to be the same as last year. But I think some of the strides we made are definitely going to help out with this season. Really, it's from the shoulders up. It's the mental approach that you're going to work as hard as you did your freshman year just to earn that playing time this year, and just to be hungry and come out ready to go. I definitely think we have some options, especially on the mound to start. But and our bullpen is deep, and really a big key this year is going to have Jacob Banks back. Anytime you have a little bit of youth, which we do at the sophomore class, and a couple freshmen actually this year will probably help out. But when you anchor it with Marski and Banks at the end with some tremendous experience here with this program and knowing what we're about, it's gonna help us out a lot. Yeah, Spencer's a big guy from Brea, Ohio. We knew he was raw coming in, but he's adapted well. He's taken in the information that we're giving him, and he's really working hard. And he's made some steady strides from the first month on campus. And then Grant Hartwig out of Detroit, tremendous athlete, tremendous competitor, will contribute this year too.